Network Entertainment.
Who's ready for story time?
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
Let me talk to him.
Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff Cobb.
I have to finish the story.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Run!
Bang! The sniper is shooting you down. This is TMDK's Robbie Eagles.
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
Hello, my name is Ilya Dragunov, the Czar, the NXT champion, and you're listening to...
And you're listening to...
And you're listening...
And you are listening...
And you're listening
to the Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
You're listening to the longest-running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Stancy, Romoran, Emil Nate, and Rowan ASH checking in for the second half of the audio-only version from last night's live stream. So just a couple of notes before we get into our Royal Rumble preview and predictions. First off, Rowan and I didn't notice that when we were doing the live stream, it was actually the 10th anniversary of Joshi Jam, which was the Reina event that Tajiri and early PWR had put together here in the Philippines. They held it at the Inares Sports Center along Shaw Boulevard in Pasig, right next to Estancia. And some of the talent at the time included Tajiri, Mia Yim, Ikemen Jiro or Jiro Kurosho. I remember Shuri was also part of that event. Lots of fun stuff happened that night, but also I have to mention that because right after Joshi Jam, I was out with friends, and then about an hour or two into my drinking session, nandun pa sa area si Rose, I texted him and said, hey, do you want to record that podcast? And we recorded what would be the pilot episode of the then-known SGP podcast. So the origins of this show that you're listening to go all the way back to Joshi Jam from 10 years ago when Ro and I just recorded our thoughts and what we thought of what we saw from early PWR and Joshi Jam and all that fun stuff. Anyway, magre-reminisce kami come the 10th anniversary event happening this April when we officially celebrate this milestone of the podcast. Second, by the time you're hearing this, you'll probably have read the articles and the reports from the Wall Street Journal. And, as we always do on the podcast, whenever stuff like that, news affecting the WWE, kind of like what the Wall Street Journal report dropped. I don't comment on those. Syempre, mahal ko yung trabaho ko. And I'm just not in a position to comment. If Sina Ro and Emil and all my other co-hosts want to comment on it, they'll probably do it on the Weekend Reactions episode, which should be on your feeds by Tuesday or Wednesday Manila time at the latest. But for now, we're going to head straight to the Royal Rumble. It's happening this weekend, Sunday, Manila time. So here we go. Royal Rumble 2024 preview and predictions. Let's go. It's time for our Royal Rumble predictions. So para sa mga nagtatanong, yes, 4 matches lang for this year, which is very unusual because we thought that 5 matches on a WWE PLE was as few as it can get. But no. We're getting a PLE in 4 announced matches, and given that this is Triple H running things creatively, we're not getting any impromptu matches. I don't think so.
You're going to make impromptu segment, something maybe The Rock, I don't know, but not matches. Yeah, the matches are the matches, and that's been consistent with Triple H's administration for the longest time.
Yeah, when you think about it, yung Royal Rumble match itself is already 1 hour na walang pahinga. So the fact that you have the men's and the women's Rumble, that's 2 matches. And then you have the Roman Reigns match, which is a fatal 4-way. So that's another 30 to 40 minutes. And you only really have time for like one more match if you want to stick to 3 hours lang.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tama. That's my dream.
So, yun. Yeah. Keep in mind, but they still have the commercials that they have to play during the show, which you guys can catch actually at the viewing party. You'll get to see those wonderful American commercials. All right, let's start with our predictions here. Let's set expectations with the United States Championship match. It is Logan Paul making his first title defense against the winner of the United States Championship tournament, Kevin Owens. So, Rowan, what do you think about your dad here challenging for the title?
Sorry, Dad. I don't think you're going to win this one. Feeling ko si Logan Paul, it's his first title defense, so he should win it. That's always a thing. Though rarely lang yung natatalo sa first title defense. Pero yun nga, I think Logan Paul will bring this title up until WrestleMania. So I'm going with Logan Paul on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also going with Logan Paul. Again, first title defense. I still think the money match at Mania for the US title is Logan versus LA Knight. So for him to get there, I need him to retain the title here.
Shoutout pala natin ang ating friend from Geek Talk PH, Hobby Dainsy, who's been holding down the fort, creating Tagalog content about
What's
wrestling.
Good?
Yun, if you haven't followed his page yet, please follow, especially kung nakokonyo kayo sa amin. Maganda yung content niya, guys. I promise you, it's worth your follow. Agreeing with everyone here. Sorry, Rowan, Tito Kevin. Tito, sorry. Hindi ka mananalo ngayon eh. So, Logan Paul all the way to WrestleMania.
Tinito si Kevin
by the way,
Owens
yung promo from SmackDown, please go watch it. It's really
that was good.
It's a really, really good story.
No, let's talk about it because we didn't get to flesh it out nung picks of the week natin eh. So,
we talked
Kevin
about
Owens.
it before you came in.
Right. Okay, sorry. Yeah. When Kevin Owens dropped the M. Bison-like line, na for me it was just like any given Sunday or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Pero for Logan Paul, yun na pala yung ano. Yeah, for Logan Paul, yun na pala yung origin story niya, di ba?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for this one?
Nope.
No, we're good.
All right. Let's move on to the Fatal 4-Way for the Universal Championship. It is Roman Reigns defending against Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Yeah.
Roman retains, I think. As much as I'm getting tired of the title reign, he does need to be champion until Mania for me. So he retains.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I've seen this before. Like,
have you?
They would
4-Way?
No. They would stack against this one champion. Tapos the champion would end up retaining. Kasi ang magiging story dyan is that you keep putting more competitors kasi gusto nyo matalo and mawala yung title sa kanya. Parang ganun. That's what happened to Brock back in SummerSlam 2017. So Roman on I want Roman to win this one.
Agree with everyone here. Siyempre, it's Roman. He has to finish his story. He has to be a part of a story to be finished. So
yes,
it's a nice attempt. It's a nice attempt. It's the best attempt so far in making it look like his championship is in danger. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to watching this match.
Yeah, I have to say this again. This is Roman Reigns' first multi-man title defense since WrestleMania 37. It has been almost 3 years since this man defended against multiple people in one match.
That's true.
Yep.
That is a wild stat.
Exactly.
Do you guys think that Cody Rhodes needs to face Roman Reigns specifically at WrestleMania to finish his story? Kasi minention yun, diba? Finish the story. But now, the World Heavyweight Championship picture is a bit muddier. You've got The Rock na umaaligid din. So what do you do with Cody and the need to finish the story? Plus yung mga rumors pa na lumabas over the last few days on the internet.
Yes.
Yung mga rumors and like everything that has been happening, the world title issue, pampalito lang yan eh. That's just like the letter E sa multiple choice question. So it has to be Roman specifically. Realistically speaking, sino ba pwedeng makabit kay Roman like right before WrestleMania?
Exactly.
And para siya yung makakalaban ni Cody. Like there's nobody who can beat Roman. Kahit sabihin mo pa si The Rock yan.
It has to be Roman. It has to be.
Really though?
Say yes.
Really though?
Because
the story is not him. The story is not my dad failed to beat Roman's father.
No, but it was. That was the first thing that was established in the story, that he needs to win the WWE Championship.
The championship. not to beat
along the way,
latest scion of the Anoa'i.
because he lost against Roman, Roman became part of that story. That became a part of the story. So Cody, for him to finish the story, first he has to win the title and he has to beat Roman. That's it. That will satisfy the ending to his story. Any other scenario just wouldn't cut it for me.
I disagree. The story, in my opinion, in Cody's telling of it, is the championship. It doesn't matter who's holding it. It so happens na si Roman yung tumalo sa kanya last year nung malapit na siya matapos, diba? But that's the incidental there, diba? The end game has always been winning the championship. I don't care who has it. I don't even care which championship it is, but he was quite specific there then, the WWE championship. So
so that takes the World Heavyweight Championship that Seth is holding out of the picture.
Okay lang yun. Pero whoever has it, it doesn't matter to Cody. It could be anyone.
So kaya na si Damian Priest yung nanalo.
Yeah,
let's say Damian Priest cashes in mid-match and then
If
Cody
LA
comes out to defeat Damian Priest.
Kung nanalo si LA Knight ng championship dito sa match na, which he could very well do because he is so pretty popular, I wouldn't be opposed to Cody versus LA Knight to main event WrestleMania. I think both men have deserved. No, you laugh, but both men have deserved it. Diba?
Yeah,
I think people are ready for that.
Doable siya if you come to think of it. Pero ako, realistically speaking, mas gusto ko na si Roman kasi parang yun na yung umpisa nga. I gotta agree with Emil on this one.
Paano umpisa? What do you mean? Yung umpisa is him chasing after the WWE Championship, not Roman.
That's why he came back, diba? That's why he came back to WWE. That was what he established nung umpisa.
He didn't come back and say, I have to come back and defeat Roman Reigns.
Because Roman made it personal. That's why parang
but that's not the story.
Initially, if you remember last year,
it's not the story.
If you remember last year, in the first promo that Cody and Heyman had, Cody was just saying, "Okay, I'm here for the championship." Like parang this is gonna be a good match at Mania, so yung goal na is a championship. And then Roman made it personal. So along the way, Roman has became the biggest villain for him to overcome. If it's gonna be
because he's a champion.
Because he's yun na din eh. Party na din yun eh. That's the package deal. Roman and the championship. So if it's any other person, parang it would feel flat for me. And I'm sure for a lot of people too. Because they really want to see Cody defeat Roman. That's the end game.
Yeah, dito papasok yung rumors eh, 'di ba, na ni-report ng Sports Illustrated.
Let's go to that now.
Yeah.
So Sports Illustrated, RIP Sports Illustrated, by the way, they're about to close their doors. Pero one of their last pasabogs is yung report na hindi raw mananalo si Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. In fact, he doesn't get to finish his story kasi ang plano daw is we're getting probably Cody versus Punk, which when you take a look at yung mission statement ni na Cody at Punk does not satisfy either of them. Kasi Cody doesn't go to WrestleMania and challenge for the WWE Championship and CM Punk does not get to main event WrestleMania na matagal niya nang inaasam-asam. So what do you think of that possible outcome?
Like Rowan said, baka pampagulo lang din to. You know?
It's the letter E in the multiple choice question.
Because it doesn't make sense for me for Cody and Punk to face each other at Mania.
Yeah, I agree.
Kasi the long term storytelling here tells us they're gonna face different opponents. So why throw this monkey wrench on their plans, diba? So I think this is to confuse the people, to throw off expectations.
I mean, this happened exactly last year. Now they keep pushing na, Roman will face The Rock next year. Just because nakita sa Young Rock na there's a universal title at the background. So parang it's like a premonition na Roman will be defeated by The Rock. Pero hindi naman nangyari. It ended up being Cody being Roman's opponent at WrestleMania.
Nobody's actually disproved new rumors. No? So it's still, one of those things na pwedeng mangyari. So let's be clear about that. Even SRS has said na, or someone has said na hindi siya completely shot down. It's not 100% true, but it's also not 100% false. So it is one of those things na pwede pang mangyari kasi, the pencil, the writing has still not dried yet. So
yeah, we also have to add na may reports na WWE also isn't happy reportedly na nag-leak ito kasi ang wording is a source close to Triple H. So parang implication nun na Triple H was that open about his plans na it went to someone na nag-leak itong information. So again, take everything with a grain of salt. Whatever you hear on the internet, just stack all that information because at the end of the day, boys, we know nothing. We know nothing, boys and girls.
Yeah, tawag doon. So that said, I actually don't hate the plans. I don't hate it. Like Seth versus Gunther, sign me up. I know Gunther's winning that because Gunther doesn't lose much. Ano pa ba? Cody versus Punk, I don't hate it as well, even though I wasn't quite all the way in dun sa promo nila from Raw. Rock versus Roman, I know they wanted to do the match. I know I said before na it could have been in Australia next month, pero parang hindi na mangyayari yun. So I don't mind it. They really want to do that. They really want to go that route. Go for it. Ang akin lang is they don't need a championship for that. That's why I was pushing them. If you're gonna go Roman versus Rock, give the championship to someone else now. Yeah. Give the championship to someone else now sa Fatal 4-Way para dun si Cody, diba? So, yun, I know people will hate it. I know a lot of people will hate it because they want Cody to beat Roman. I agree then that's what should happen after last year, but I am not completely against it either.
Mm-hmm. Sige, we'll put a bookmark here. We'll revisit again pag men's rumble na pag-uusapan. Let's talk about the women first. The women's Royal Rumble match currently has only 4 announced names out of 30 participants with 4 days heading into the Rumble. Someone actually tweeted na in past years they'd announced 11, 13, 17, 22 and then biglang 4. So it's kind of hard to predict here since we don't know what the field is going to look like. Probably, I would say, like 90% of the current main roster ng women, they're probably going to be in the Rumble. But from the field as it is, who do you think wins the women's Royal Rumble match?
Becky.
Bailey.
Yeah.
Becky.
Bailey.
All right, Rowan, explain your...
Yeah, make the case.
Yeah, well, I just want to see Bailey versus Io. That's the simple reason.
Okay. That's actually not a bad way to go about it.
Pero actually, madaya nga yung pick ko kasi dalawa eh. For Raw, it's not Becky, it's Ivy Nile. Say we have a question here na kung sino yung strong contender. I mean, Ivy Nile is the definition of strong. So, pwede na siya.
I don't hate it either. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, the consensus, I think it's Becky. Kasi they already established Becky versus Rhea for to possibly happen at Mania. So, a way to get there is for Becky to... Saka, the story that Becky was telling, diba? That she doesn't think that she's good enough to beat Rhea. So a way to prove herself is to win the Rumble, defeat 29 other women, and have that confidence heading into Mania. And yes, if I can beat 29 other women, then I can definitely beat Rhea Ripley for the title. Plus, with the Bailey thing, they can always have Bailey versus Io, even if Bailey doesn't win the Rumble.
Yeah, kahit manalo ng Chamber siguro for the contender match. All
right.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Ro.
No. I'm Becky. Becky pa rin. Becky made the case. I know it seems medyo obvious kasi okay, Becky laid out her entire vision mission for the next couple of months for the road to WrestleMania. So it kind of might be a little too obvious na to the point na baka hindi siya mangyari kasi it's too on the nose. But I want it to happen because she is the only one who has laid out something for her foreseeable future, and I like that for her. Diba?
Mm-hmm.
Any other surprise entrance?
Yeah, I was gonna ask because I know Ro, you hate the surprise entrance, so we're gonna leave you out of it. Emil, Rowan, go manifest. Who do you want to see make a surprise entry here?
I know. No, sige,
Emil. Go.
All right. I know the reports have been saying she's going to AEW. She has signed with AEW, and all the talks with her and WWE has fallen off. But hindi pa rin siya nagpapakita eh. So I will still manifest that we will get Sasha Banks back to WWE. So either Sasha Banks or someone, I think it's more possible, si Naomi.
Trinity.
That's also one of the names that have popped up. So there. Probably some legends as well. Who knows? We might get Trish Stratus in the Rumble. So
Jade
Yeah, to si
Cargill.
Adam brings out Jade Cargill. I was gonna say,
Jade Cargill,
I think
yeah.
a safe bet for
Oh.
surprise entry is Jade Cargill.
Pero ito, last night I saw a rumor. Of all sources na nakuha ko, Web is Jericho. So it says there that Caitlyn could possibly return because the gear maker leaked it accidentally. Kasi
Imagine being spoiled by your gear maker.
Oof.
It's like if I asked someone to make gear for me and then they posted it before Dexcon announced.
Teka lang, do we really trust whoever it is that's manning Web is Jericho?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Kaya nga I said like, of all sources na nakita ko.
Mhm.
It could have been someone else. Pero you know, baka it's just a bullshit made up rumor.
Yeah.
But
Eto guys,
imagine-
AJ Lee.
Yeah.
What are the chances AJ Lee comes back since CM Punk has rebuilt his bridges with WWE?
She has been teasing it. I saw a couple of IG
dami nga
stories
siya
na she has been teasing it. So it's not far-fetched.
And
That's
saka
right.
if you
See-
watch Heels season 2, magaling naman siya. She never lost it.
You know that there was a stunt actress for her in that sequence.
Talaga? Fuck.
Yes, there was. She posted it as well.
Okay.
That would be my pick for for surprise entrance, si El Dorado.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Let's move on to the men's Royal Rumble match. Ito mas marami kaysa sa 4. We have 7 announced names. So, obviously, it's a 30-man Royal Rumble pa rin naman. But who do you think is winning this, given what we've said about Cody, what we've said about Punk, about Gunther, about Seth? So, who do you think should win? Is it someone among these 7? Or yung winner ba, someone na hindi pa natin napapag-usapan?
I think it's Punk.
Yeah,
I'll go
it's
with
hard
Punk.
for it to not be Punk then. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I want a lot of these other guys. I want Gunther to win, but it's made for Punk. Eh.
I have a final 4 here. It's Drew, Gunther, Cody, and CM Punk. So it has to be one of them. I'm picking Punk na lang. Safe answer.
Okay, Ro, let's flash back to last year. You were seething when Cody Rhodes came out at number 30 and went on to win the Royal Rumble. If Chicago Man comes out at number 30 and makes it back to back to back, puro number 30 ang winners, would you spontaneously combust?
Alam mo, he has made it a point to prove na he can go. That's why he's been having yung mga 20-minute main events sa Rampage, diba? That's,
Yeah.
He wanted to show people that he's not just some old guy coming from the comeback path. That's why the MJF championship match was so long, diba? Yung dog collar match, diba? So I don't think he's gonna be okay with the number 30 play. I don't think he's gonna be that kind of guy. I could be wrong, but historically, no. I mean, he did do the whole promo from number 1, diba? Or number 2.
Yeah, number
Diba?
1.
Number 1. Diba? So, tingin ko, hindi siya magna number 30. I think he is better than that. I will give him credit for that.
Mm-hmm.
Di ba
Pasok
number
si
one-
Stardust dito.
Shut up, bro.
Di ba number 1 si Punk in his very last Rumble? The 2020?
Yeah.
I think
He
it
likes
was.
he likes doing that. He likes doing
Yeah,
that.
so I think he'll enter
likes
as
going
either
on
one
early,
or 2. Or very early, yeah.
If I remember correctly, diba, 2011 parang number 1 din siya. Yun yung Nexus
yung
pa siya,
40
diba?
man.
Yeah. So he really
Binugbog
likes
ata siya
being
ng
the eye.
vapor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron
really,
is right. Yun yung character, yun yung personality niya pag Royal Rumble. He wants to go
Yeah.
the distance.
He's the Iron Man of the Rumble.
So you're
Most
saying that if Punk were to win, he would finally fulfill his Michael Bolton dreams and go the distance.
Yeah.
Let's see if CM Punk will find his way. All right.
Ano, na-offend nga siya nung sinabi ni Cody na mas CM Punk siya kaysa sa kanya.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. Okay, what do you guys think about that promo? Ito, nag-nose to nose pa sila.
Now kiss. Okay.
What did you think about that promo?
No, this was if they are really going with Punk versus Cody, then this was a great way to set it up. First promo. But I still don't want them to face at WrestleMania. But if indeed the rumors are true, then this was a great way to set it up. Yun lang yung masabi ko.
Okay, ako naman, tama yung sinabi ni Emil. Maganda siyang build-up for Punk versus Cody. Pero Cody versus Punk to happen, not at WrestleMania. Maybe they would have a proving ground match at Elimination Chamber. Pwede. And the way I feel like this whole segment was like a build na sila yung magiging final two sa match sa Rumble. So maybe.
Yeah. I didn't feel that much for it. It was nice. I get what they were going for. Gets ko yung gusto nila mangyari. Gusto nila yung big drama, gotcha zingers, line heavy promo that people will quote for, the next few months or so until the road to until WrestleMania. But I didn't feel it. I thought it was funny for not the right reasons. I thought that Punk getting mad nung sinabi ni Cody na mas CM Punk pa siya sa kanya. That was funny. It was hilarious. The entire point was Punk saying na it's nice that you have grown into this man, but I'm gonna win the Royal Rumble and you're not. And I wish that's what they just said instead of going through the whole history. Okay, Dusty asked me to watch over you like some sort of guardian angel, diba? Tapos, I'm more of the American dream than you are, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. I don't know. It didn't hit for me. It was not it. But I respect the try. It wasn't bad.
Sabi ni Aaron, brave idea. Punk and Cody both start and end the Rumble. So they already did this in 2021 with Rated RKO.
Yeah.
Edge at number 1, Randy at number 2, then sila yung final 2. So we kind of have seen that recently. So I'm not sure I'd like to see that again.
Live in brutality, live in Rhea last year.
Oo nga eh. 1 and 2. So
yeah, so we've seen that recently. Ito, just to reference yung isang side comment ni Ro. Kwento ko lang, just the other day, I was hanging out with one of our friend of the podcast, Mikey Lorin. And then while we were hanging out, another friend of the podcast, Ardo Miravalles, Ardo and Mikey are not friends, have never met each other. Ardo comes up to me and goes, "Hey man, have you seen the promo?" Without saying the words Punk or Cody. And right away, all three of us all knew what he was referring to. And then Mikey, after Ardo walks away, Mikey goes, "Isn't it amazing that we live in a world where wrestling fan to wrestling fan, you can come up to one another at the mall in public and say, 'Uy, have you seen that promo?' And it's not weird."
That's amazing. Wrestling is amazing.
It's happened to me, but only because I have friends who know that who are also wrestling fans in the office. So, alam mo yun, when a complete stranger comes up to you and asks, "Did you see the promo?" that's something. That's definitely something.
Ito, may kwento pa si Anthony Coelho, another longtime friend of the pod. He was at a coffee shop and then right behind me, someone at the table behind him goes, "Uy, saan kaya pupunta si Okada?" And immediately he knew what that conversation was about. Wrestling fans in 2024.
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the end of the wrestling talk. Pero hindi namin nakalimutan, may prizes tayong papamigay. So, babyface producer Jasper, let's throw out the online ruleta. Meron tayong question that we asked the audience earlier. That question was, what entry number has produced the most number of winners in the Royal Rumble matches history? Some of you said 27, and prior to 2023, you would have been right. But the correct answer is number 30. Kasi 5 na ang winners ng number 30. Undertaker, Batista, Undertaker, John Cena, Triple H, Brock Lesnar, and Cody Rhodes. Diba? So Cody won last year. So all of you said number 30, congrats kasi you did your homework, nanood kayo ng Raw. So your name is probably in our Magic Roulette right now. We're looking for 2 winners who will win 2 pairs each of these tickets to our Royal Rumble viewing party at Skinny Mike's, courtesy of Anonimo El Patron. So let's look for winner number 1, babyface producer Jasper. Let's go, Rowan, do the thing.
Ta-ta-ta-da! Ta-ta-ta-da! Ta-da-ta-da! I can see on the screen ko.
Okay, we have winner number 1, and it is Gail Mangubat. All right, congratulations. So that's winner number 1. Okay, let's look for winner number 2.
Ta-ta-ta-da! 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 And congratulations.
Oh.
John Dennis.
All right.
Congratulations, everybody.
Congrats.
So si John Dennis Gomez Amarante and si Gail Mangubat, they're our winners. And then for those of you who still want to watch the Royal Rumble viewing party, you can still walk in and get your tickets on Sunday morning. Try to be early. Wala naman kayong kaagaw sa parking kasi wala namang pasok sa Sunday, diba? So we'll see you there. Look for Ro, Emil, or Rowan, and let's all have a great old time at Skinny Mike's BGC. Before we get out of here, we have to thank Anonimo El Patron once again and babyface producer Jasper and everyone at TPN for all the work that they do behind the scenes. Let's get some plugs here. Rowan, may ganap ka ba aside from trying not to dance to Big Pressure if you miss a live stream?
Well, I'll be writing my SmackDown review, and I might actually write an extra MWF review, not review, just some write-ups. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us all over social media, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Emil?
Last week, just this week, I wrote my first ever review for our Patreon. It's the review. I'll be writing reviews now for the weekend AEW shows, Rampage and Collision. So, subscribe to our Patreon. Just go to Patreon. They're there. So, also, again, support the pod. Follow us on all our social media accounts. And we will see you on Sunday.
All right. Ikaw, Ro.
Yeah, follow me on Instagram, shang.daddy, TikTok as well, shang.daddy. Please ask me questions so I can answer them while I'm driving. Also, ito na, natandaan ko na yung URL, Matchmaker Linus. So go to dexcon.helixpay.ph, dexcon.helixpay, HELIXPAY.ph to buy your WrestleStorm tickets. Mukhang pwede pang bumili ng early bird. You'll get to catch the Drunken Calamari Drunken Kid, my bad. Chris Brooks and Masa Tanahashi, and myself and Main Max, the Gemini Kings. We're back in action, and it's gonna be a gay old time.
All right. For me, if you're going to be at the Mall of Asia Arena for tomorrow's PBA semis, then come say hi. I'll be doing hype man duties over there. Then next Wednesday, I'll be back on PBA radio coverage. So it's my first playoff run on the call for the PBA. So really good stuff happening over there in the league. AM radio is sports radio, 9:18 AM. Don't forget to follow us on social media or everywhere else. It is at Wrestling2XPod on TikTok and on Twitter, at Wrestling Podcast everywhere else. And then individually, it is at EML_Meister, at Monday Night Rowan, at Roiswar, at Chino Supersized, and at _Stan C. Thank you everyone for catching another episode of the Wrestling Podcast. And on behalf of Ro Moran, Emil Nate, and Rowan ASH, I'm Stan C. Wrestling Podcast. Out. Later, weirdos.
Peace.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company,